Hi everybody, I'm Jerry Paul and I'm an indie author and welcome back to my channel. I write young adult fiction across a variety of genres, and if you think that might interest you, then think about subscribing below. One of the things that a lot of people don't realise when it comes to being an author or a writer is just how much goes into it. A lot of people think that writing a book is just putting your butt in the chair and writing, and that can be the case for a lot of the stuff that I'm about to mention, but I thought that today I would take you through the many parts of writing life. So number one, actually writing. You might be sitting here and thinking I literally just said that it's not always writing, but it does take up a chunk of time. I mean, think about it. You want to sell a book either as an indie author or through querying and going on submission. You kind of need the book to do that. A lot of your time should and will be spent on the writing part of writing life, and I'd be remiss to imply otherwise. It's not the only thing you do, but it's a very big part of it. So I'm talking about the writing of the novel, because there are a lot of other moving parts that don't involve writing a novel, but do involve writing, like social media and planning, both of which I'll get to in a moment. But yes, you will spend a lot of your time sitting there with your book and adding to it, whether that's in the drafting phase or revising or editing or anything like that. A lot of your time will be spent with the words and the characters and all that goes into writing a book. Now when it comes to planning that time and working out where you're going to fit it in, that's something else to talk about. Number two, planning and things. There are many types of planning that can apply to the writing life. You have planning as in outlining, you have planning as in organising your life and time, and you have planning as in prepping things for other facets of the writing life. Like as I type this script, I am planning, but it's not fiction, it's not for my current works, it's for another facet of my writing life, which is Authortube. I'll go into social media in a moment, but my point is that there is going to be a lot of planning. Now, I'm not a huge planner when it comes to my drafting. I do it a lot while revising, and I do it some when it comes to editing. I also do plan my time a whole lot too, but the drafting side of things is not where I'm an expert. My idea of planning for a draft is about 2 A4 pages, one of which has the most writing on and a chapter breakdown, and by that I mean one sentence, if that, of what will happen in each chapter. I know writers who do scene by scene breakdowns, but that's just not how I work. So I figure it's better that I focus on the planning that I do. Planning your time, that's a huge help for me personally, and I know it doesn't work for everybody. This is where a lot of my time is spent, either in doing monthly spreads in my planner or in keeping ahead of myself in other ways and planning blog posts and blog scripts and making sure that I have it all done before they're ready to be used. So you will, no matter what kind of planner you are, spend time writing out plans and posts and all of that, which leads me nicely into the next one. Number three, social media if you want. I say if you want because the amount of social media you as a writer or author use is completely up to you. I've been active on a lot of them, either Instagram or Threads or Blue Sky or Twitter before it came a trash heap. I've done YouTube, obviously, because you're watching this video, and I'm okay with Facebook too. But that's always been my choice. It's always been something where I've wanted to be part of those, and my active status changes from time to time. Now, if you're just starting out, I would recommend no more than 2 because they do take up a whole lot of time. And you want to have time to be writing books as well, especially if you have other time commitments like a day job or children or just other things you've got to be doing. So if you're on 1 or 2, it shouldn't be too much of a heavy load, but you will spend some time there. And you will still have to put in effort and writing into having those posts and such ready when you want them to be. And they will take up a chunk of your writing life. There's no getting away from that, because if you want to be active and you want to spread the word about your books, then you need to actually put that time into that. Number 4, releases and all that go with them. Now, if you've never released a book, let me give you something that you might not be aware of. They are a whole ton of work. They take time, they take energy, and they make it so that it's hard to be doing anything else because you want your book to land dry and you want to make sure that you've put as much of it into it as you can. That's just the release itself, not to say anything about the editing and promo and all of that goes into it too. Dev edits normally take me about 3 months, line a month, proofreading another month, and then we're into the final month or so with the release, and it's all go, go, go. This takes up a whole chunk of time, so do not be surprised or hard on yourself if you can't do anything else during this period. They are a lot of work, and it is completely normal to feel completely overwhelmed. You will be trying to find a balance between a few hundred different things, and that goes for trad pub as well as indie. So be ready to devote a lot of your working time and energy to the release and everything that goes with it. Number 5. Days off and why they can't be skipped over. You all know this would be here. It's a Joey video. Joey is big on rests, so of course I'm going to include this. Days off are vital to being able to continue working. Whether you are like me, chronically ill and disabled, or not, you still need rests. You need days off when you do not think about writing or do anything writing related, and you can't be skipping them because you feel like you can catch up with it later. That way leads to burnout, and no one wants that. So no matter what you might think about rests and breaks, take them. You will thank yourself later. So yeah, that's basically talking about what goes into the writing of writing life. Like I said, there are many different facets, from social media to writing the actual book to editing, revising and doing promo and all the rest of it. All of it takes time, all of it takes energy, and all of it takes input from your creative side. So what's one tip you have when it comes to any of these writing parts of writing life? Let me know in the comments down below. So that's all I've got time for today. If you want to support my channel, you can comment, like or subscribe. I post new videos on Thursdays. You can find me all over social media, and my books are available everywhere, and you can also sign up for my newsletter. And don't forget to pre-order Cramming Chronicles The Third Ache, which is the third in a young adult urban fantasy series. And if you do pre-order, don't forget to grab the swag. And also don't forget to grab a ticket for Wonderland in Nottingham in July 2025, where I'll be signing books. All the links for which are listed below. Thanks for watching, and remember to keep writing. Bye.